Have you seen commercials for the new movie Going in Style?
Morgan Freeman, Michael Caine, and Alan Arkin play retirees who lost their pension and plot to rob a bank to get even. Take a look.
Semtex Steel has frozen all pension payments.
I'm thinking of robbing a bank.
I'm thinking about buying a Ferrari.
I just got drafted by the Knicks. Good week for everybody, huh? Williamsburg Savings will manage the liquidation of the fund.
These banks practically destroyed this country, and nothing ever happened to them.
I want to rob that bank.
Let's go get our money back. Yeah.
I love those guys.
I know. It looks like a fun movie. Here to put the plot into perspective, Omaha's retirement strategist, Darrell Bryant. And Darrell is one of the area's leading financial advisors and retirement planners. He also hosts his very own weekly retirement radio show. Welcome back, Darrell. Good to see you.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Obviously, we don't want to rob a bank, right? But losing your pension, it's a real deal for a lot of people out there. How does it, what's going on with that?
Yeah, it's a real deal for a lot of people. We've had people in our office very recently who have lost their pensions, Teamsters, et cetera. Everybody knows that municipalities, et cetera, have lost their pensions. And first of all, only 15% of the population currently, so they say about 15% of the population even has a pension.
That's dwindled since in the last 30 years, hasn't it?
Well, sure. In 1981, the 401k was born, just about the time that Ronald Reagan took office, and the pensions went out. And here's what happens. So the pension people way back then could see that, you know what, we're going to have a problem here because we're promising, with no funds actually, okay, we're just defining the benefit, right? We're defining it's called a defined benefit plan, that we're going to be able to pay these people when they retire X number of dollars, maybe 3/4 of their salary or whatever the number is, and we're going to pay their replacement at the same time. Okay, so that's a lot of actuarial math. And they could see that they're going to have a problem. Yeah. They said, you know what, this is going to be a really big issue because we can't pay this guy 1.75. You know, we can't give everybody an increase like that. So they said, guess what? With this new 401k that's come out, this was brand new back in 1981 and became popularized under President Reagan. So the pension people said, we can see that we're not going to be able to do what we said we were going to do, so let's stop that and let's just throw a few bucks at these people and call it a 401k, so to speak. Let's throw a few bucks at them. We'll match it even. And they'll be able to contribute, we'll match, and they're on their own. So they'll grow their money, grow their money, grow their money. Well, what has that left the average person with? It's left the average person in a situation where they have to create their own pension from life savings, et cetera. Those people, and that's a problem because people don't have the expertise for that. That's why the pension guys gave up on it in the first place. So creating a personal pension is something we do all day long, every day. It's an interesting line of work. For me, it is. It's interesting math. But here's the thing with these pensions is we've had people just in the last couple of weeks, Teamster guys have walked in and said, I'm losing 75% of my pension. I'm losing 100% of my pension. They're forecasting that my pension is going away in 7 years, for example. This is a big deal. And so that takes a lot of planning. Even if you do have a pension, please do the math and make sure that you have a plan B so that if and when that pension does reduce or go away, such as Social Security is going to be reduced also in 2030. That's another form of a pension, isn't it? So we've got a lot of problems with pensions in general. So I can relate to Morgan Freeman.
Yeah. Those people that do have pensions, is that what they need to keep in mind? Because they may not think that they're going to lose it. The guys in the movie didn't. Is that the most important thing, to come talk to a guy like you to get a plan B? Sure.
Absolutely. You know, for those people who are absolutely dependent upon their pensions, and they naturally they would be because their fathers before them, perhaps they may be working for the same company their dad did or whatever. And dad retired well. You know, he had his pension, his Social Security, a few bucks laying around, and it's kind of easy. Certainly, if you have a pension, I would suggest this: before you get ready to retire, go to the plan administrator, visit with those people who are managing those dollars, and ask them a simple question: how solvent is my pension? A. And B, what are you guys investing in currently? Right? And I'm going to bet you, and let's relate this back to the person that just has the 401k. If that pension guy, they're trying to create, continue to create wealth and then pay out, right? If that pension person were to say, well, we got you in about 99% stocks and a few, junk bonds, right? That would be an eyebrow raiser for anyone, right? Here's the thing. Now that pension person is not invested like that. I can assure you that they would never be invested like that because that'd be way too risky. But the average person who does not have a pension, they'll come into my office, and this is their pension fund, so to speak. We need to create the income plan for them. We need to create lifetime income that you can't outlive. And they look like that on paper. They'll be largely equities. They could be 90% equities, maybe a little bit of bonds, et cetera. So you got to understand some of this stuff. You're going to have to do the math, and please think before you exit about your life after.
Well, if you have a pension, you want to ask questions. You want to ask the plan administrator some questions about what's going on with the pension.
Of course it is.
Do you have questions about your pension, or maybe you want to learn more about how to create your own pension? If you don't have one, call Darrell's office right now for a free pension consultation.
Here's the phone number, 402-932-2141. Easy process, cup of coffee and a conversation. If you've got more information about D. Bryant retirement strategies, you can check out the website. You see it there on your screen.
Yeah, again, the number to call today is 402-932-2141 for a complimentary pension consultation. You can also head to dbryantretirementstrategy.com for more information. Good stuff, Darrell. How do you? Have you seen the movie? Have you seen the movie yet?
I have not. And you might even get a hot cookie out of the deal.
No, we've heard about the cookies.
Heard about the hot cookies.
Thank you,
Darrell.
Darrell.
Have a good week. Again,